Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody had a decent weekend. We are going to do Taurus Weekly Update, rolling Monday through Tuesday. Tomorrow, Monday, May 10th through next Tuesday, May 19th. Happy birthday, weekend babies, week update babies, happy birthday. By the time we get to the 19th, we will be either in Gemini or about to go into Gemini. So this is going to be the last full week of Taurus before we get into that. And by the time we get into Gemini, we'll be looking at the last 9, 10, 12 days of the month. May goes to 31st, so about the last 11 days or so. So the point here, and this shit's been plaguing me all day. I was talking to my cousin earlier, just the energy that's going on, and now since I talked to her 5 hours ago, it's just compounded. What the hell? But you've got Saturn, Venus, and Jupiter in that order going retrograde starting Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Venus goes retrograde, and Thursday, Jupiter goes retrograde. The thing about this that you need to know is that Saturn and Jupiter are two big, airy ass, farty ass gas giants. That's what the hell they are. So they're slow, even though Jupiter is the planet of abundance. You know, it gets to you when it gets to you, damn it. Saturn being a strict taskmaster, about bringing them life lessons to bear, you know, putting it into action. What the hell do you really know? So when all of these planets, these three in particular, when they go retrograde, there's a couple things you're looking at. You're looking at what you're passionate about, and you're looking at who you're passionate about. So, and it's not going to be in any kind of order, obviously, to tell what's going on in the rest of the world. It's going to be a bit chaotic. But just know that many of you, and let me say this up front, this reading may not resonate with you. Rising, Moon and Venus sign, whatever, check that shit out too. But many of you are going to, by the weekend, I'm not going to put a day, we'll start the weekend on Thursday and say by the weekend, many of you will make whatever decision it is that you need to make, either about a job, a hobby, or a lover. And the lover doesn't have to be somebody brand new. This could be somebody that's been on the plate for a while, and you may just be at a turning point. So some of you may be walking away. Others of you may decide to stay, but you know you're gonna stay with some conditions. Those of you that are on the verge of breakup, it's gonna be a toss-up. It's gonna really depend on A, what lessons you need to learn, and B, what is it that you really want to do. The biggest thing that I can tell you about this week that you need to pay attention to is your intuition. It will guide you where you need to go, take you where you need to be, and at the right place at the right time. So as we get started, it's a reminder that I don't do reversals. I do all my cards straight up. Thank you to everybody that has liked, shared, and subscribed. I love you. Y'all are awesome. You don't know anybody that hasn't, check me out. I'm on Facebook too. Just search Taurota Tarot, and you see what kind of goofball I am with the stuff I put up. The readings go up there as well. So if you're over there and you're not over here on YouTubers, you can catch us over there. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So these are all the fucking cards that I saw when I was shuffling, plus some more. The challenge for this next 9 or 10 days is going to be about how much effort you want to put into something. How much you want to put into something. So for your overall, forgiveness is pulling, the 7 of Cups, sacrifice is pulling, the 6 of Coins, pride pulls the 10 of Wands, time out, pulls the Star card, deception and envy, pulls the Princess of Coins, communication, pulls the 6 of Cups, effort, pulls the Devil card, moderation, pulls Hierophant, health, pulls the 2 of Swords, change, pulls the Emperor, Universe, pulls the Ace of Coin. So with all this major shit on the board, you already know what kind of week it's going to be. Now, let me say this, and this kind of manifested itself a little bit. This is not going to be the kind of drudgery that you've been dealing with these issues, however that relates to you. This is it's going to be kind of like a Keystone Cop type thing. So, you know, anything that is guaranteed to just be a comedy, it's going to rear its head. So this is not going to be all doom and gloom, not at all. There are going to be some comedy moments in here, so just buckle up. You may even be the one providing the fucking comedy, I'm just saying. So with your overall energy, forgiveness with the Seven of Cups, there may be, and this has got feet going everywhere, but this is the top of your overall energy. There may be some things that have happened in the past, be it at work or be it in romance, where somebody, you or somebody else, just may have overindulged, went too far, overanalyzed, just over the top type shit. This may present itself with an ex coming back. It may present itself with you having to encounter new people in the workspace, however that's going, or people that you've worked with before in the workspace. At any rate, the key word here is forgiveness. You just need to forgive some shit and move on. If you get stuck up in this fucked up ass energy, but I'm not gonna forgive you, you fucked me up. Yeah, you're gonna be stuck there for a minute. Cause again, you got all these planets going retrograde. So anything that you ain't flowing with, you're gonna get stuck. And you ain't trying to go there. You ain't trying to go there. You are not trying to go there. This is just not, it's just not good energy to be stuck in. Particularly whenever I see this, I'm a little wide open in terms of what the implications may or may not be, and because this is your challenge card, dealing with situations that may be or may have been toxic, don't get stuck. And that if it's not your overall energy, it should be. You should just bear this out and just get into a mode of forgiveness. If you need to forgive yourself, damn it, do it. Don't be getting all stuck on crazy shit. We all make mistakes. We all can only make decisions with the information we have at any given point. So don't beat up on yourself about, I didn't know, forget it. Forgive it and let it go. That's what you do. On the back end of this, the sacrifice and the resources that you share, particularly your money, many of y'all are getting ready to start making some sacrifices so you can start getting your bankroll back up. So this is at the bottom of your overall energy. So why are you making these decisions about friends, jobs, and lovers, and romance, and workspaces, and all this kind of shit? At the bottom of all of that is the almighty dollar. And how much of it you're willing to deal with, y'all heard me, and how much you're not willing to deal with, whether in a relationship or in a job. Some jobs may be trying to pay you a whole lot of money, but it just ain't worth it. I'm just saying. Others may actually have you putting, yourself out in a situation where you're not being protected. Throw that out there. So it's all about the sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice versus the resources that you're giving? This is at the bottom of your overall energy. And you may be kind of in that waffle area. Like they done offered you $120,000 just straight up on the table because they can't find nobody else to do the job. So look at the sacrifice. What are they asking you to do? How come the other person isn't there? That being in your overall energy, it's kind of like the Justice card where you're kind of trying to balance. You're trying to see where that balance is. For those of you that are dealing with those types of decisions in the workspace, always follow your dreams. Do what's right for you. Don't do what's right for everybody else. Do what's right for you. We get down to tomorrow's energy with the Ten of Wands sitting up on top of the Pride card. Many of y'all are stressing because you're too prideful. We have to go back to this word again. Damn. Forgiveness. Many others of you may be dealing with a situation, possibly with a fire sign. And their pride might be stressing you out because they're too proud to apologize, or they're too proud to admit that maybe they conceived something or misinterpreted something or misperceived something, however that's resonating, that's there. That may not actually be tomorrow, it may be more towards the middle of the week. However, when we get to Tuesday with the star card taking a time out, some of y'all have been trying to manifest your damn dreams so hard and so fast, you need to take a break and you need to let go. You need to throw the manifestation out there. I want a Jaguar. Thank you, universe, and let it go. Just saying. Take that time out and just let it go. Some of you need to get a little complacent because you've just been on this. I don't know, for those of you that I'm talking to, you know what I'm saying. It might be a person regarding a relationship and you have just been on them, and it's time to take time out. It just is. And it could be the reverse energy. The other person has just been stalking you. Time for a time out. You might have to just tell them, yo. It's time for me to take a time out. Some of you may be in a situation where you're automatically, and this may be, not maybe, it's related to a hope, a wish, or a dream. Let's just put that there. You may be, met the person or whatever, and they may be trying to drag their energy. It might be time for you to pull back, take a time out. It's major energy. How you play this is going to determine where it goes past this point. I know y'all like, I know, but it is what it is. It's one of those things. It feels like for a lot of you, there's something that you've been all in for, and whether it's at work or in romance, everybody's like, that's really good, but we're not ready. And you like, y'all got me in change mode. Let's change. Let's do it, damn it. And so the people or person you may be dealing with may not understand the level of commitment that you're bringing. So it may just be a thing where you need to just pull back and let them see. Let them miss a little bit. You go do you for a minute. Let them miss. If it's a job offer and they've been blowing your damn phone up, because we want you, it's okay for anybody else, but we want you, pull it back. And this may be, again, not even maybe, it's related to a hope, a wish, or a dream. Let's just get that part right. Wish fulfillment right here. But you might have to just step back for a hot second. Not to say it's not going to happen, but again, how you play this is going to determine where you end up with. If you end up a month from now still trying to manifest it, come back to this point and remember where you didn't take the time out, or you didn't pull back, and look at what's going on. We get to Wednesday's energy, Princess of Coin, Deception and Envy. Oh, check your bank statements, ladies and gentlemen. Check them, double check them. Check your ATM cards, and you're not looking for a big amount. You see, it's change. It's coins. Fuck it, just some chump change. This ain't the king, this ain't the queen. This is some fucking chump change. And it may be a thing on your statements. You may see a dime missing every couple of weeks, maybe a quarter missing from some shit you don't know nothing about. Check. Some of you may have ordered something and you haven't gotten it yet, and you damn, they said 3 to 5 weeks and it's 10 already. Check on it and check your money. Get refunds where you need to get refunds. Make phone calls where you need to make phone calls. While it may not be that much, that's not the point. And so you may need to just put some folks on blast so they know who they're messing with. You should not have a problem recouping anything that's lost. However, if you don't know it's lost, you can't recoup it. So just beware when it comes to your finances this week. There's a fool afoot fucking around with your finances. Just saying. When we get to Thursday's energy, communication and the 6 of Cups, that'll be about the time the exes will start ringing the damn phone. And this is not necessarily related to what we were talking about up here. This may be completely separate and different. And this may be another ex from a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far fucking away. Yeah, that shit. I ain't heard from you since like 1989. What the hell you calling me for? That kind of shit. As I say all of that, there's going to be some, this is not lightweight communication. Let's just put that out there. This ain't, what is it, the 5 of Wands or 6 of Wands, so I can't think which one. This is not that little lightweight firefly energy. This is heavy duty talking. So somebody gonna just out the blue, how you doing? You ain't gonna know. And don't even sit here trying to guess, because it's gonna just smack you in the head like, damn, I ain't heard from you in a time. That kind of energy. They want to talk. And at the bottom of all of this, see them flowers, plants down there growing. They're trying to plant some seeds about coming back. And there's some divine intervention in here. Gonna be a synchronicity thing. Be open, listen, think about it. For some of you, it may not be that far back. It may be 2 years back, last year back. But however it's resonating, you get here. And so whatever decisions you have to make this week, in particular romantic relationships, but professional as well, it's all going to depend on you. This will be your challenge. Figure out, do I want to put in the effort to tie myself up to something? Or re-tie myself up to something? This is a double card. Of course, as they say, the devil is in the damn details. So, you see the eyeball back here, but if you get down to the meat and potatoes of it, it's two people chained together with a fire in between. I'm just saying. So, if it is worth your effort, if you want to make the sacrifice, whatever that sacrifice may be, it's going to be truly on how much do you want to put that kind of effort in. If it truly is a karmic tie, so what do y'all call them? Soulmates and twin flames and all that, you may want to reevaluate. You may have walked away, and especially in twin flame energy, where it is very difficult for twin flames to come together. It may go 5 or 10 lifetimes before they actually connect, because the heat is so high, the intensity and everything and all of it, you just push each other away. And sometimes it's a level of disbelief, sometimes it's just a level of fear that nobody wants to believe anything could be this good for any extended amount of time. However, think about it and determine what kind of effort you do or you don't want to put into that relationship. And fucking the whole week. So, commitment and moderation. What the fuck do they have to do with each other? It's once again thinking about how much effort and then doing it in moderation. Just saying. You, and I know I said this at the beginning, some of y'all are trying to jump in with both feet. And a lot of people don't understand that level of loyalty, that level of commitment. You may have to moderate it a bit. Maybe a conversation. Let's see the communication card. There may be a conversation, not just with an old lover, current, one you with now, or trying to be with, or potential mate. There's going to be a conversation, and you may be asked even to just throw it back. Now, bring us right back to the centerpiece. Do you want to put that kind of effort into a situation that some of you may not be sure about, whether it's old or new? Do you want to tie yourself up, double in the details, waiting on somebody that may not actually want to do shit at the end of a year or 2 years? And what have you done? Wasted your time pretty much. So think about it. Let your intuition, see that timeout card, that purple and that purple. All of that's tied up with your intuition. Knowing when to follow your hopes, wishes, and dreams. Knowing when to take that time out in the pursuit of said hopes, wishes, and dreams. So things can come to you so you don't have to run around chasing it. That's that horse and the guy chasing each other. What is that? Knight of Swords? Yeah, that shit. Speaking of which, you get to Sunday and the Two of Swords. Take a look at your health, but more importantly, take a look at the health of folks around you. You may be dealing with another earth sign, an air sign, or a water sign. That's what I see out of this card, even though I know what it is, the swords. But see, it's by seeing the reality of the situation. See what's going on with you and other folks. And we ain't just talking about coronavirus. Some of you may have parents who are having spikes in their blood pressure. Others of you may have family members that are diabetic and they got some shit going on with their sugar and they ain't calibrated right. And either they aren't or you aren't seeing the reality of the situation, and you may need to either sit down with them and help them see it, or you yourself may need to just sit down and see it. With your own personal health, the same can be said. It's far less of that and far more who's around you. And you know, kind of sitting off trying to figure out what the hell, and this can be mental health too. Don't just talking about physical, this can be mental health. You know, somebody you may notice is depressed, and they're not kicking it like they used to. You may need to sit down and start a conversation with them. You know, a lot of times we get kind of like, I don't want to say nothing because you don't have to put it all out there, but you can see how somebody's doing. Check the people out around you. Check yourself out as well. Don't leave yourself out of that equation. When we get to Monday, next Monday, like I said, about a weekend, most of you will have done this, stuck your finger out the window. You will have decided the wind is blowing east, and y'all are going to go ahead, and that's major energy. This starts a new cycle, a new path. For many of you, for some of you, it's just a readjusting to current path, but it's still in a new sort of way. So changes are coming, but you're going to be the one. And whatever you decide here, there's no mistake that the devil on top of the effort is right above change in the emperor. So whatever you decide is going on here, there you go. And so the bigger issue is understanding, probably not going to be what you think. And there's going to be some changes. Some of you may be making some living changes to get away from or get closer to whoever. Some of you, this is about work. Same thing. You may be moving closer to a job. Some of you may be moving out of your city and into another city, maybe the same state. Not a lot of distance, but some distance. So just be mindful of that. But very few of you may be asked to take an assignment somewhere. Might be temporary, but will put you, if you take it, it'll put you in a place where it'll open up some other opportunities for you. Hence the emperor. Just saying, keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, keep your mind open. At the end of all of this, next Tuesday, the universe, you know what I say about the universe, old girl's about knowledge, but she's also about beginnings and endings. So something invariably is going to come to an end, but be damned. You're going to plant a seed for something new on top of that. So take that knowledge from whatever you're walking away from to whatever you're walking into. Like I said, about a weekend, those of you that don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you will. You will then. Those of you that haven't made a decision, you know you got one to make. You will have made it by next weekend, and you will understand this energy very well. It's that time. It's that time. Those of y'all have been riding the fence the whole year like, I ain't decided yet. I know. I need to decide, but I ain't decided yet. Well, time's up. And because you got these 3 planets and 2 fat giants and Venus sitting in the middle of them going retrograde, definitely romance in the area. Venus is in the middle of those retrogrades, just no mistake. So this is going to be a review on what you've learned, hence Saturn, and decision making produces abundance. So there you have it. Many of you may be surprised by Friday of the decision that you make. You just will, because there's some things that haven't happened yet. So just know that. And look at that. Didn't we talk about commitment? I'd be dang. Have to have a conversation about the commitment. Might have to. You'll decide if you need to be moderate. If the person that we're talking about is worth the wait. I feel like some of you are not clear on that. Even in jobs, you may not be totally clear if the decision you want to make is going to be the right decision. Again, follow your intuition. Let's see what the granny cards have. Where am I? 24 minutes. That's pretty good. Don't let go. Don't let go. I don't know who that's for. I'm going to say, whatever it is, even if you got to take a time out for it, don't let go of what you really want. Don't let go of what you really want. If you want certain somebody, but you know, you're going to have to pull back on the commitment part for a minute. You know, instead of getting married this year, you may have to wait till next year. But that's resonating. Don't let go. Now, I don't know who needed to hear that, but there you go. Don't let go. What do we say? Step away from your phone. Take that time out. Some of you may need to just put your fucking phone down. Everything doesn't need a text message, and everything don't need to be commented on Facebook, and everything don't need a TikTok challenge and Instagram and some other bullshit. Put your phone down. Go look at something in the sky. What the hell? Find a cloud. Meditate. Take a minute. Seek guidance. Those of you that may not be sure what decision to make. I know that didn't come out a lot as far as relying on other people, but if you need to, seek guidance. Somebody that you know and trust, that may have some insight as to you in terms of who you are as a person. So you can be asking about love or work, but ask somebody that knows who you are, really. I mean, just know your dirty drawers inside and out. And then I'm not talking about parents. This could be a sister, cousins, aunts, uncles, people at that distance, not necessarily in your immediate family, but seek their guidance because they know you, and they may share some information with you, shed some light on what you're dealing with that you may not be looking at. So just be open to that. Feed your spirit, especially when it comes to making decisions. Do not hesitate to take, what's the app called? Calm. Try some of that shit. But sometimes, when the commercial comes on TV, I stop. I stop. I take my 15-second break. Damn that. 30 seconds. If I get the 30-second commercial, I'm in heaven. Breathe in, breathe out 3 times. I'm good. Feed your spirit. Whatever that is for you. If you need to take a time out and listen to some music, say some prayers, get some prayer beads, however that's resonating. But feed your spirit, especially, it's just like getting ready to run a marathon. You know, certain things you have to do. You need to keep your body fed so you can make that marathon. It's the same kind of energy right here. Feed your spirit, especially when it comes to making decisions. If your spirit is empty, if the spirit tank is empty, that does not make for good decision making. I'm just saying. See the solution. See the solution. It brought me right here. And it brought me right here. And the bigger energy here is don't focus on the past. See what presently, what can be the solution? Can you get back together? Can you go back to your old job? Can you work with your old co-workers? See the solution. It's there. Take the time and check it out. Be grateful. Being grateful serves so many doggone purposes. It's not even funny, but be grateful. There's a lot of people that don't have these options on the table. What the hell? There's a lot of people don't have any options at all. So be grateful, and as I say that, be generous and be humble as well. Don't let prideful situations get in the way of what you know you need to be doing. Don't get all stressed out, and don't let somebody else stress you out. I love you guys. I hope everybody has a good week. I'm done. Talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.